This might be the biggest upgrade we've seen in years, and the most shocking part isn't the folding screen. For the first time since 2007, Apple is completely killing the color black. New leaks suggest that the highly anticipated iPhone Ultra, also known as the iPhone Air, will only come in one color, white. But what does this radical design shift actually mean for your next upgrade? If you are preparing to drop a massive amount of cash on Apple's ultimate premium tech this fall, you need to know exactly what is changing. We now have dummy units, leaked software updates, and supply chain confirmations that paint a very clear picture of what this foldable will actually deliver. So is it worth upgrading? How much faster is it than the current generation? And most importantly, what price should buyers expect when this finally hits the shelves? Let's dive right into the hardware and exactly why Apple is making this unprecedented move. Serial leakers have just revealed dummy units of the folding iPhone, and every single reliable source is pointing to white being the absolute only option at launch. Black versions of Apple devices are basically an industry standard. Taking it away is a massive risk. But there is a very strategic reason behind this. First-generation premium tech is notoriously difficult to manufacture at scale. By forcing the entire production line to focus on a single colorway, Apple can drastically improve their manufacturing yield rates, ensuring they have enough units to meet the massive initial demand. Furthermore, an exclusive white finish acts as a status symbol. When someone pulls this out of their pocket, the bright white chassis combined with a folding display will instantly signal to everyone that this is the absolute newest, most expensive Apple product on the market. It is a brilliant, albeit restrictive, marketing move that forces early adopters into a distinct aesthetic. But that is not the biggest change. A recent iOS 26.5.1 software update accidentally leaked the exact naming structure for this device, referring to bug fixes for the iPhone 17 series and iPhone Air. This completely changes how we need to view this buying decision. For months, everyone assumed this would be called the iPhone Ultra, packing the heaviest, most robust camera system Apple has ever built. But the Air branding tells us something totally different. This device is going to be incredibly thin. Apple is prioritizing a sleek, feather-light design over a bulky, feature-stuffed chassis. This means if you are a creator relying on the absolute best zoom lenses or massive battery cells, this phone might actually force you to make a compromise. Here is where things get interesting. When we look at the performance benchmarks and expected silicon, this foldable is going to be an absolute powerhouse for productivity. We are expecting Apple to skip the standard A-series progression and equip this with an ultra-efficient, custom-binned processor designed specifically to handle dual-screen multitasking and advanced thermal management. Because the chassis is so thin, thermal throttling is a major concern. To combat this, the processor will heavily leverage hardware-accelerated AI features to handle tasks efficiently without overheating the extremely thin logic board. You are looking at a device that will deliver incredible gaming performance and a seamless professional workflow, allowing you to drag and drop files across a massive, tablet-sized internal display without a single stutter. If your daily routine involves heavy spreadsheet management, document signing, or juggling multiple communication apps, this right here is a massive productivity upgrade. But we have to talk about the ecosystem advantage, because this is where the competition starts to struggle. Samsung, Google, and OnePlus have been making exceptional folding phones for years. The Galaxy Z Fold series is practically a veteran in this space. However, Android foldables still struggle with third-party app optimization. Instagram, TikTok, and even certain banking apps still look incredibly awkward on Android folding screens. Apple's strict developer guidelines guarantee that when you open this device, every single app will transition flawlessly from the outside cover screen to the inside folding screen. That seamless premium experience is exactly what Apple fans have been waiting for, and it is the primary reason so many buyers have held off on switching to Android. There is one feature almost nobody is talking about, and it involves the long-term value of this device. A major hesitation with foldables is durability. Folding screens can scratch and the hinges can wear out. Apple knows this, which is why early supply chain reports suggest a completely redesigned internal hinge mechanism that minimizes the display crease far better than current competitors. But even with a better hinge, you absolutely need to factor the cost of AppleCare Plus into your buying decision. This is not a standard glass slab. If you drop a foldable, the repair costs are astronomical. When calculating if this is worth the price, you have to add at least another $200 for insurance to guarantee this remains a future-proof investment, and this could completely change the buying decision. The price. We need to have a serious conversation about the cost. Right now, a maxed-out traditional iPhone Pro Max easily pushes past $1,199. Competitors like the Google Pixel Fold and Galaxy Z Fold launch at $1,799 and $1,299. You can safely bet that Apple will not undercut the market. Expect the iPhone Air to start at an absolute minimum of $1,699, with higher storage tiers easily pushing past $1,999. That is a massive amount of money. Compare that value against the current generation, and you are essentially paying an $800 premium strictly for the folding form factor and that exclusive white design. You will likely be getting a camera system that is slightly inferior to the iPhone 17 Pro Max, simply because you cannot physically fit massive periscope lenses into a chassis that is meant to be this thin. So, does it offer real upgrade value? Yes, but only for a very specific type of consumer. If you are a mobile gamer, a business professional, or an early adopter who values screen real estate above all else, this is the ultimate device. The ability to carry an iPad mini-sized screen in your pocket is a game changer for content consumption and multitasking. However, if you are an aspiring filmmaker, a heavy outdoor adventurer, or someone who demands a multi-day battery life, the traditional Pro Max line will still offer a better value for your specific needs. This brings us to the final verdict. Should you buy it, upgrade, wait, or skip? If you are a hardcore tech enthusiast who has been desperately waiting for Apple to finally innovate in the hardware space, and you have the budget ready, this is a strong buy. The ecosystem integration alone will make it the best foldable on the market on day one. However, if you are simply looking for a reliable, everyday phone and you care deeply about camera performance and battery longevity, my recommendation is to wait.